It was a rainy evening in Toronto, the kind of night when people hurry past each other with their umbrellas tilted low, eyes down, eager to escape the cold. Michael, a single father who worked long hours at a local newspaper, stopped by a quiet corner cafe after his shift. He wasn't planning to stay long, just grab a coffee before heading home, but fate often has other plans. He sat by the window, sipping his drink, when he noticed a girl a few tables away. She couldn't have been more than 22, with tired eyes and a notebook open in front of her. She wrote furiously, then paused, staring out at the rain as if the world outside carried answers she couldn't find. Something about her fragile presence tugged at him, but he didn't speak. After all, she was a stranger. When he finally stood to leave, the girl had already gone. But on her table lay a crumpled cafe receipt with a scribbled message, "Meet me before I die." The words jolted him. It wasn't something people wrote casually. His heart pounded as he picked it up, torn between ignoring it and doing something. His mind told him to let it go, but his soul whispered otherwise. That night he couldn't sleep. The image of the girl kept replaying in his head, her shaky hands, her faraway gaze, that haunting message. By morning, he returned to the cafe, hoping she might show up again. Hours passed, but she never came. For days he kept going back, always leaving with disappointment. Finally, he asked the barista if she knew her. The woman hesitated, then said, "Her name's Emily. She's been coming here for months. She's sick. Cancer. She doesn't talk much to anyone." Michael's chest tightened. He understood pain, having lost his wife years ago, but what Emily faced was different. It was the kind of suffering most people couldn't even imagine. He left a note with the barista to give her if she returned. "I found your receipt. I'd like to meet you." A week later, she showed up at his table. She looked even thinner, her scarf covering hair that chemo had stolen. She smiled faintly. "You're the man who found my message," she said. They talked. At first, cautiously, small details about life, favorite books, childhood dreams. But soon the conversations grew deeper. Emily confessed she had been leaving little notes like that for months, hoping someone would notice, hoping not to feel invisible in her last chapter of life. "People walk past me every day," she whispered. "But I just wanted to matter to someone before it ends." Michael listened, really listened, and something in him shifted. He began meeting her daily. Sometimes they laughed. About silly things, about how Canadians always complain about the weather. Other times, she cried, and he held her hand. He brought his daughter, Chloe, once, and the three of them shared stories over hot chocolate. Chloe adored Emily instantly, calling her the brave lady with the pretty smile. As weeks passed, Emily grew weaker. But she also grew lighter in spirit, because she wasn't alone anymore. Michael organized small adventures for her, watching the sunset at the waterfront, listening to street musicians downtown, even taking a short trip to Niagara Falls when she felt strong enough. Every moment was soaked in meaning, a reminder that life, no matter how short, is worth living fully when shared. One evening, sitting in the cafe where it all began, Emily placed her hand over Michael's and said, "You gave me what I asked for. I wanted to be seen, to be remembered. I'm not scared anymore." Tears blurred his vision, but he squeezed her hand and whispered, "You'll always be remembered." Not long after, Emily passed peacefully, with Michael and Chloe by her side. At her funeral, Michael read aloud the receipt she had written, explaining how one simple note changed all their lives. He reminded everyone that sometimes people are carrying silent battles, and all they want is for someone to notice. In the months that followed, Michael often brought Chloe back to that same cafe. They'd sit by the window, sipping hot chocolate, and Chloe would say, "Dad, do you think Emily can see us?" Michael would smile softly and answer, "Yes, sweetheart. She sees us. She always will." The message she left, "Meet me before I die," wasn't just a plea for herself. It became a reminder for everyone who heard her story, to slow down, to notice others, to connect, because sometimes a simple act of kindness can save a soul, even if just for a little while. And in that quiet Toronto cafe, Emily's memory lived on, not in sorrow, but in love, reminding every passerby that being present for someone else is the most powerful gift we can give. Do you want me to also craft 5 emotional image prompts for this story, perfect for YouTube thumbnails and storytelling visuals, like I did for your earlier stories?